Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. My name is Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan, and I am coming to you live from Schlunz Gym on the campus of Brookline High School in Brookline, Massachusetts. Here to bring you live coverage of tonight's high school varsity wrestling contest between the visiting Rockets of Needham High School and the hosting Brookline High Warriors. Well, fans, I don't know about you, but I couldn't be more excited to be here for my first time broadcasting a wrestling match for Brookline High. I've covered a variety of sports here at Schlunz Gym, plenty of basketball, plenty of volleyball, and now here I am getting to see the players compete on the mat here in wrestling, and I'm excited, and I hope you guys are too. Well, as the Brookline wrestlers warm up out there on the mats prior to this one getting started, let's go over a few things. First off, if you end up enjoying this broadcast, just hit that like button or subscribe to the channel. I always appreciate the support. And if there's anything you'd like to say throughout this broadcast, I highly encourage audience participation either in the live chat here on YouTube or through email. You can see my email in the bottom right corner of your screen, and you can send me an email if you're not able to access the YouTube live chat system or if you're just not comfortable using it. But, any messages, it could be as simple as Go Brookline or Go Warriors or something. Maybe you want to give a shout out to a specific wrestler. You're tuning in to watch a family member or a friend or something. Maybe you want to let us know where it is you're tuning in from. That can be sometimes really fun to hear about people tuning in from different places all over the world with these online live streams. On the more important side, if you notice any technical difficulties with the live stream, whether it be with the video, maybe the camera angle's not great, you want me to zoom further out, or you want me to up the brightness, or maybe it looks crooked or something. If there's anything wrong with the audio, if I'm too quiet or too loud and in some way inhibiting your experience watching this meet, then I want you to speak up and say something. And also, if I am messing up the pronunciation of any of the wrestlers' names, again, please speak up and say something. I know some people, they feel a little shy about it. They're like, oh, I don't want to be a bother. I don't want to come off as rude or something. You're not being a bother. You're not being rude. You're being helpful, actually, because I want to get these student athletes' names correctly. I feel like that just, does them the proper respect and honor to get their names pronounced correctly and represent them well and give them the highest quality coverage that I possibly can. And you know what? Sometimes I might need your help with that. I'm human. My first guess isn't always going to be correct. So I hope that if I'm messing up a player's name that you will correct me. Otherwise, I'm just going to do the best that I can. So with that in mind, 1 second, folks. I'm going to be right back. Sorry about that, folks. I wanted to step away and just check on something. I have a Wi-Fi connection here at the gym, but my laptop is saying, no, you don't. So it's been very weird, but the connection is, in fact, good. And we have got things going live here. I just double-checked. So we're just about ready to get this meet going. Like I said, anything you want to say, I encourage you to say it in the live chat or an email, whatever is most comfortable for you. Let's take a look at the two teams that are going to be competing in today's dual meet. First off, the hosting Warriors of Brookline High School. You can see them warming up there on the mats. Brookline is 1-0 in dual meets so far this season as they defeated Framingham on the road last Thursday by a final score of 48-32. Other results they've had: last Saturday, they competed at the Glenn Doherty Memorial Tournament at Winchester High School. As a team, they finished 6th out of 15. Individual highlights: Captain Liam Christ finished 1st in his weight class, as did Alexander Moravyov. Theo Salvin finished 3rd in his weight class. Captain Alyssa Sukarenko finished 5th in hers. Manny Tolkov, another captain, also finished 5th in his weight class, as did Serhii Prokopenko, also finishing 5th individually. Then on Sunday, the girls wrestlers competed in the Boston Girls Early Bird Wrestling Tournament at Excel Academy, with Alyssa Sukarenko coming through with a first-place finish in her weight class in that tournament. Frances Matthews finishing 4th, and Avera Willers in 5th in their respective weight classes. Needham coming into this contest also undefeated as they defeated Weymouth at home last Thursday, 44-36. That's the only result I could find about them so far. I don't think they've competed in any tournaments that go outside the record. Last year, when these two teams faced off in Needham on January 30th, 2025, Brookline soundly defeated Needham by a final of 60-15. But it's a new year and whole new squads. You never know what you're going to get. So this one should be a fun one. The PA announcers will give us the lineups once the warm-ups are finished. So I might say the lineups at some point, but for now, just going to go over some of the basics with you guys, as I recognize, this is my first time covering wrestling, but also for some of you, the fans, it might be your first time watching wrestling. You know, maybe you haven't been able to watch because you're far away and you want to watch and cheer on your relative or something like that, and you might not know as much about wrestling. So, first off, there's 14 weight classes. Each team will send out one wrestler in each weight class to compete against one another, and then within the match itself, there are individual points awarded. First, wrestler gets 3 points for a takedown, for taking the opponent down to the mat. You get 1 point for an escape, which is getting away when your opponent has you down on the mat. 2 points for a reversal, which is where you go from being down on the mat and underneath your opponent, you turn around and then you gain control of your opponent. That's 2 points for a reversal. Then there's the near fall, which means you get one shoulder down, because to get a pin to end the match in an automatic win, you get 2 shoulders down. A near fall is when you basically get 1 shoulder down. If you hold that position for 2 seconds, you get 2 points. 3 seconds, you get 3 points. 4 or more seconds, you get 4 points. And then there are penalty points that can be 1 or 2 points if you commit certain infractions, such as illegal holds, technical violations, unnecessary roughness, unsportsmanlike conduct, et cetera, et cetera. Now, you can win a match by having the most points at the end of all 3 2-minute rounds, or you can win the match by getting a pin, or you can win the match by forfeit if the other team doesn't have a wrestler in that weight class, or you can get the win by technical fall, which is if you go up by a margin of 15 points, you automatically win. And then the team scoring depends on how you win each match. So if you win by a pin or a forfeit, your team gets 6 points. If you win by a technical fall, which again is leading the match by taking a 15-point lead on the point totals within the match, you get your team 5 points for that, which is called technical fall. If you win the match by 8 to 14 points at the end of the 3 rounds, you get what's called a major decision, which is worth 4 points. And then a normal decision is when you win the match by fewer than 8 points, in which case you earn your team 3 points. I know that was a lot to take in, and, I'll keep, reinforcing those points as I narrate the action along here in this match. Just wanted to go over the basics a little bit, as it looks like we are finished with the warm-ups, and so we'll soon be hearing our lineups of wrestlers for these two teams, Brookline and Needham, here today. PA announcer is talking a little quiet. Not sure if you guys can hear it. Ah, they turned up the volume. I love it.
And now, the starting lineups for the visiting Rockets, who are coached by Ryan Hargraves. And for the Brookline Warriors, who are coached by Brandon Brudemesso. Wrestling at 106 pounds for Brookline and receiving a forfeit, Captain Alyssa Sukarenko. At 113 for the Needham Rockets, Nathaniel List. Against senior Robbie Richards. At 120 pounds, the Rockets sent Ron Ozeri up against junior Amani Osorio for the Warriors. For the 126-pound bout, Baysanger Imakayev for the Rockets, wrestling sophomore Sid Samuels for the Warriors. At 132 pounds, the Rockets send Nathan Taub against Captain Liam Christ. At 138 pounds, Andres Lemus Mesa for the Rockets against Brookline's senior Nate Aguirre. At 144 pounds, Max Schur against junior Theo Salvin. 115 pounds will be Umar Desailly against pounds, we have Ethan Silva wrestling against sophomore Ale Moriaba. At 190 pounds, the Rockets send out Eli McHugh against senior Trey Lira. 215 pounds will feature Colin Mantino against the Warriors' sophomore Serhii Prokopenko. And in the final match, at 285 pounds, Needham will send out Daniel Burton against Brookline's Hugh Miller.
All right, those were our two starting lineups, I guess, or two, I guess, just lineups. Not like the people subbing in from the bench in this sport, but those are our two lineups, and we start off with actually a forfeit as Brookline co-captain Alyssa Sukarenko in the 106-pound weight class is going to take the forfeit win. That'll be an automatic 6 points for Brookline, which I'm sure will be reflected on the scoreboard at some point. And then we'll probably be starting with the 113-pound weight class with Robbie Richards against Nathaniel List. Initially, it was listed that List was going to wrestle in the 106 class, but they moved him up to the 113, and so the forfeit went from the 113 class to the 106 class.
At 106, wrestling for Brookline, receiving a forfeit, captain Alyssa Sukarenko.
And so Brookline will be starting in the lead with a forfeit victory in the lightest weight class. So that'll be 6 points for Brookline. Again, I'm going to see if that gets reflected on the scoreboard now or later. Just going to see how the scoreboard shows. Brookline starting off up by 6. And now we get our first proper match here. Robbie Richards against Nathaniel List in the 113-pound weight class. Here we go. And Richards immediately goes for the takedown. A quick 3 points, putting one shoulder down. Does he get another? Very close. On top of that right shoulder, he's got the pin. Robbie Richards, quick like lightning. An immediate takedown and an immediate pin. Another quick 6 points for Brookline. They are up 12-0.
At 120 pounds, we have the Rockets' Ron Ozeri against junior Armani Osorio, the Warriors.
And now we quickly move to the 120 weight class here. Brookline leading 12-0. We're moving fast through these. I might put up a physical score bug here, depending, as we got a quick double leg takedown there by Osorio. Osorio putting his shoulders on top of his opponent's shoulders. He's keeping that left shoulder up. Ozeri, as they get pushed out of bounds. Good defensive maneuver by Ozeri to just keep sliding back and eventually get out of play so he can reset, as Armani Osorio was coming out like a shot out there. He gets 3 points for the takedown. You can see the lower score, what's normally called the foul count, is going to be the in-match point count. The home and away count, the top number, is going to be the match score, the team score, that is. Osorio starting from on top, but Ozeri trying to lift back up. Osorio getting the weight down on top of him, sprawling out his legs as Ozeri is trying to grab at his left leg there, trying to get some leverage, and he does manage to get back on top, but Osorio takes him right back down. He's up to 7 points as he got him. We got what looks to be a penalty point awarded to Ozeri. Coach Brandon Brudamesso seems to be appealing that there. And so they will reset here. Once again, Ron Ozeri will be at the bottom position, looks like, with Armani Osorio on the top position. Osorio trying to go for the suplex a couple times, trying to turn him over a couple of times. Ozeri resisting well, turns around, putting his arm over the back of Osorio's neck, but Osorio grabbing that left leg, pulling him back down, and it is a struggle. See who gets on top. Osorio on top. He's got him down, but oh, what a turnaround by Ozeri, as I think they're going to give a 2-point reversal there to Ozeri that time. As the fighters reset, Osorio goes low, tries to grab the legs. I think that's going to be a 3-point takedown for Osorio. Oh, but a reversal there from Ozeri. That's going to be 2 points there. Excitement going here in the 120 weight class. Osorio comfortably with one shoulder above and really stomach down, so not even close to a pin at this point, but he is in the bottom position. Ozeri trying to go for the half Nelson there, trying to get his arm under that left arm, but Osorio trying to escape, but a flip there by Ozeri puts him back down on the bottom. 11-8 appears to be the match score in favor of Osorio for the time being, but Ozeri come back in this one, as that is going to be the clock for the round. The scoreboard operators struggling a bit in terms of match score versus team score. The team score is still 12-0 in favor of Brookline. So I might bring out a physical... Okay, oh, they've decided to switch which is which. Okay, so the bottom... Huh? Okay, so the bottom numbers are the team scores. The top ones are the match scores. So actually it's a 16-8 lead in favor of Osorio. So right now on the verge of a major decision victory if he does not get the pin. Trying to go for the takedown there, but Ozeri pushes him away. They lock up here. Osorio and Ozeri both looking for leverage there as Osorio resets that left arm. Osorio again resetting his grip, trying to push. Ozeri goes low, picks up that right leg, and Osorio trying to reverse it on him. Managed to reach over and grab underneath that left leg, push him to the bottom position. No points awarded either way on that one, and it's not a full takedown. Osorio wrapping up awkwardly that right arm of Ozeri. Ozeri now trying to turn around as they're back up in an upright position. No points either way in that entire exchange, despite how much they got tangled up and rolled around on the mats. Neither one getting a full takedown or anything. Locked up again. Osorio went for the push, but again, nothing there. Head to head, they remain locked up here. 30 seconds left here in the second round as we got a whistle. Oh, we got broken equipment here as it looks like a strap came loose on Osorio's headgear. 12-0 Brookline leads in the team score off a forfeit win by Alyssa Sukarenko in the 106 class and a pin victory by Robbie Richards in the 113 class. And while Armani Osorio with a strong lead here against Ron Ozeri at 16-8, if the match ended right, if this match ended right now, it would be a major decision victory for Brookline, and they would be awarded 4 team points. But obviously, Osorio would prefer to go for either the technical fall or the pin and get those couple of extra points, and certainly he wants to hold on to his lead as is. If Ozeri gets so much as 1 point, it gets dropped down from a major decision to a normal decision and would become 3 team points for Brookline instead of 4. So a very interesting juncture here in this 120-pound weight class match. And we resume the action after repairing the damaged equipment there. Locked up. They're going a little higher this time. Osorio's mainly been attacking low. Looks like he's trying to attack high this time, trying to get a grip under those arms. Osorio's got under the arms, pushing him down. I think they gave him the takedown on that one. And they did, up to an 11-point lead. Right as the buzzer sounds for the end of the second round, Armani Osorio adjusting his approach there. He had been going mostly low throughout the match up to that point, decided to go high, and managed to get both arms underneath Oseri's arms, get the leverage he needed to flip him over for the takedown there. He's got a 10-point advantage now. Would still need to go to add 5 more points to his margin to qualify for a technical fall. But his position for the major decision a little more secure. I think Oseri was awarded 1 point for the escape at the last second there, just before the round ended. We've got 1 round remaining here. It's 3 2-minute rounds per match unless there's a pin or a disqualification or something else. No one was in the top position at the end of the period, so they're going to start at neutral. After circling a bit, they lock up. Oseri tried to go low, but Osorio counters. Trying to muster that strength, but no dice, says I think Oseri is going to get the points for the takedown there. Good release of the grip and regripping by Oseri to get on top of Osorio. 19-12 now the score, and it's back to a normal decision as Oseri lets him go, gives the escape to Osorio as he's back to a major decision range here with an 8-point advantage. Locked up here in the neutral. Osorio seems to be looking for a low position. Oseri going low as well. Both of them trying to get that lower leverage, try and get that takedown. Nothing opening up just yet. Oh, a turnaround. Oseri's got that left leg. Osorio trying to grip under that right arm, and it's going to be a one-leg takedown for Oseri as he gets 3 points back, cuts the lead down to 5 with just under a minute left in this match. He's got a half Nelson going, the right arm underneath, repositions it. Osorio maintaining a good defensive position here, and Oseri's just going to let him go for the escape. 1 point to Osorio. They lock up. Oseri's gotten a couple of nice takedowns in this round to cut the deficit. Osorio drops low, but Oseri sprawls out to prevent the takedown there. Osorio trying to grab those legs. Oseri stands sprawled out, got his grip around the waist, trying to reposition that left arm to grab the right arm of Osorio. Osorio still looking for the grip as the seconds tick away. Looks like this match will end in a normal decision in favor of Brookline as the headgear came off temporarily at the tail end there. It's going to be a decision victory for Armani Osorio, 21-15. A strong third period from Ron Oseri. Knocked that down from a major decision to a normal decision, so that'll be 3 points for Brookline on the team score. They will go up 15-0 as Armani Osorio with a strong early showing as they're going to reset that scoreboard, I think, or erase it entirely. 15-0 is the team score as we move to the 126-pound weight class for Brookline. Sid Samuels, for Needham, Beisangus Imakayev. Brookline firmly in control through the first 3 matches. And once again, folks, if there's anything you'd like to say, either in the live chat or in email, I encourage you to do so. You know, not only can it add some fun and some flavor to the broadcast, but also you could, you know, help me out a lot. This is my first time broadcasting wrestling as a play-by-play announcer. And so I always welcome people who are more knowledgeable than me to, you know, help add extra information. I'm always open to that. The scoreboard has gone blank here. I don't know if the scoreboard's just not going to show the team scores now. But either way, Samuels and Imakayev begin the 126-pound weight class match. Not even fully locking up, just slapping a bit at it, trying to get the grip they're wanting. And now Imakayev goes low and does get on top of Samuels for the 3-point takedown to start. Needham with the early lead. Samuels maintaining a strong defensive position. Arms fully splayed out, not allowing any strong leverage there. Trying to reach around. And now trying to just reach in the middle and does escape. Strong defensive play from Sid Samuels to limit the points earned there by Imakayev as they lock up in the neutral once again. Again, not maintaining a long grip, different from what we saw from Osorio and Azari, as now we go for another takedown, and that's going to be 3 more points to Imakayev. Samuels again staying strong on the defensive side. 6-1. Imakayev leads. Samuels again nowhere near getting pinned from this position, but you see Imakayev just putting his weight down and looking for the flip over as he grabs the leg. He does flip him over. He's got the near pin. Samuels kicking desperately, trying to prevent this pin here, trying to keep at least one shoulder off the mat. Just rocking up and down here. The ref paying close attention, looking for that second shoulder, but Samuels does escape. That's going to be a full 4 points on the near fall to Imakayev as he's taking full control of the point score here at 10-1. But a valiant effort by Samuels to prevent the pin in that situation. Imakayev staying on top, but it's stomach down, so nowhere near a pin. Imakayev just going to get off him as the round comes to a close. A dominant first round for Beisangas Imakayev as he takes a 10-1 lead over Samuels. Locked up and they let go. Imakayev gripping over that neck and releases again. Again locked up and again slipping away. Samuels trying to go low, trying to grab that right leg, but instead it's Imakayev sprawling out and getting on top of Samuels. Samuels trying to grab that right leg as they end up out of bounds, and they'll reset. No points either way. Samuels faking high and low, trying to create some misdirection as he ultimately decides on low, but a great reaction by Imakayev to again get on top of him, stomach down. No takedown either way. As Samuels was going low, so he was already down effectively. Oh, but they now score the takedown for Imakayev. 13-1. It's a 12-point advantage. Oh, and this looks like a near pin. If he gets 3 points off of this, the match is already over on a technical fall. And I think that's going to be more than 3 seconds. It's just a matter of whether it's a pin or a technical fall. Samuels will need to escape, but there is the pin. Beisangas Imakayev firmly in control of that one as he gets Needham 6 points. Would have been 5 if Samuels had managed to escape. And now we start the 132-pound match between Brookline captain Liam Christ and Needham's Nathan Taub. Christ keeping a low position here, reaching for that right leg, but Taub keeping him away. Now they lock up in a more neutral position. Christ keeping a very low position here to start this one. Locking arms here. Christ looking for that grip, and Taub still not giving him anything as they reset back in the neutral. Christ again just exclusively going low here. Almost went high for a second that time, but they reset. Now Chris grabbing around the neck, going high after going low so much. And now he switches to low. He's got the leg. But Taub staying on top. But it's stomach down, so no takedown either way. Still scoreless here in this 132-pound match. Chris keeping a grip on that left leg the whole time. Now gripping at the right leg. Trying to go for the takedown. Looks like they've awarded 3 points to Christ. Christ was looking for a real home run flip that time, but does get the takedown just enough as it's a 1-point escape now to Taub, as Christ didn't have the strongest grip there, with almost all of Taub's body splayed out in front of him, with Christ gripping at the legs. They lock up again. Christ recorded the pin in last Thursday's match against Framingham as a whistle and a reset here. .20 seconds left here in the first round. It's a 3-1 advantage to Christ as Taub goes low. Christ trying to maintain a defensive spot and prevent the takedown score as he almost managed to turn that one around. No takedown either way as Christ gets on top for the 3-point takedown at the last seconds of the round. It looked like Taub almost had the takedown, but Christ keeping that left leg in an upward position, not letting the second knee drop, and ultimately just managed to slip his way around him, get on top, and get both of Taub's knees down on the ground to award himself the takedown. It's a 6-1 advantage, as it looks like actually my scoreboard camera has glitched. Christ now on top of Taub at the start, as he was on top of him at the end of the round. That's how they reset. Chris trying to grab under the arms, and he's got the leg going for another push right down. It's not an escape or a takedown either way, as they haven't changed between the up and down spots. Taub trying to maintain the strong defensive spot here, keeping his arms in a good spot. Christ grabbing at that left leg, excuse me. With his head down on the mat, he's still trying to find that grip. Taub tried to grab the leg, but Christ wouldn't give him anything. And now he almost had both legs turned around on him for the pin. Still no points awarded in this second round as of yet, as we are halfway through. Less than 1 minute to go in the round. Christ focusing on the left side there of Taub. Christ trying to find that grip so he can flip him over onto his back and try and get some points here. Gripping under the arms. Now gripping that left leg. Not yet a full escape as he still got the grip on the leg. Taub trying to grab the leg, but again, Chris just flips him over. And he grabs under the neck to get him over on the back. Trying to assert the pin. He's got the near pin. Got him under the arms. He's got that left shoulder down. Taub desperately flips over onto the stomach. But that is going to be a 4-point near fall for Liam Christ to take a 9-point lead here in the second round. Just a few seconds left in the round, and that is how the second round will end. And now, oh, okay, my scoreboard cam is doing okay. Anyway, as you can see, I've added a bit of a team score here to help us out. Brookline up 15-6 in the team score. Liam Christ going to be starting from the bottom here in this third round. Taub trying to find a grip here. Christ trying to find the reverse. Tried to reach for that right leg. No dice, but he spins around. Faked one way and then went around the left side instead for the 2-point reversal. Up by 11 now. Firmly in major decision territory here. 4 more points would get him the technical fall. Taub trying to grip the right leg, trying to grip both legs, looks like, of Christ. Christ maintaining his weight on top of him and not allowing him to turn things around. Asserting that strength to keep his leverage. Good sprawling out of the legs to prevent Taub from turning around anything. Chris now looking, trying to reposition for some leverage as we got a whistle here. Just over a minute left in this 132-pound match. Christ up by 11 here over Taub. Christ from the top position after the whistle. Reaching underneath, going for that left leg again. He's got his arm around his back, but Taub manages to wrest that left arm free. Keeping the crawling position with stomach down. Almost got the escape there. He does get the escape. 1 point to Taub as he cuts the lead down to 10, but oh, what a turnaround by Christ, but no points there as they went out of bounds. Christ just has such slick movements. You think he's going one way, and then all of a sudden he's going in a completely different direction to find his leverage. They lock up in the neutral. Christ looks like he was going low, but decided against it. Locked up. Taub tried to go low, but again, it's not there. They stay locked up again. Christ trying to turn around, now trying to go low. Taub splays out to prevent it. Christ now trying to go high. Just seconds left in the round, and it looks like this will be a major decision victory for Liam Christ. 12-2 the final. That'll be 4 points for Brookline as they take a 19-6 lead in the meet here. And so in the 138-pound match, it'll be Brookline's Nate Aguirre going up against Needham's Andrew Lemus Mesa. Locked up, and a pickup of that right leg, and that's going to be a 3-point takedown as Mesa lifted him up and dropped him down. Mesa staying on top of Aguirre. Aguirre crawling around desperately trying to find an escape angle here as he grabs the right leg. Oh, almost a reverse, but not quite, as it looks like that's going to be one shoulder down against Aguirre there. So this will be points to Mesa for at least the near fall. Aguirre trying to keep that left shoulder up. And I think that was not quite a pin. Or no, it was a pin. My mistake. A pin for Andrew Lemus Mesa. And that is a big cut into Brookline's team lead, 19-12. The score in favor of Brookline as we move to the 144-pound match. Brookline's Theo Salvin against Needham's Max Schurer. Locked up here. And Schurer gets the takedown as he grabbed around that right side of Salvin and flipped him over. Oh no, not a takedown. Salvin maintained a strong enough position there after going to the mat to prevent a takedown call, but oh, it looks like we've got a bloody nose here, putting a temporary stop to this match. The clock's still ticking on the round. They've got to stop that and reset it to whatever it was. Two pins for Needham by Basengas Imakayev and Andrew Lemus Mesa have earned them 12 points. For Brookline, a forfeit win for Alyssa Sukarenko, a pin victory for Robbie Richards, a decision win for Armani Osorio, and a major decision win for Liam Christ. Has them at 19. Brookline's still in the lead, but after jumping out to a 15-0 team advantage, Needham has been working their way back, getting a pin victory in 2 of the last 3 weight classes. Nice win, Liam. Now they're just cleaning the blood off the mats, looks like, as it seems like, you know, Salvin must have gotten hit in the nose somewhere in there. All right, we reset after the brief blood stoppage there, and now the wrestlers locked up pretty tight up high on that one, but they reset. And a low attack there, but well covered there by Salvin, as he doesn't give Schurer anything. Still no score as they lock up again. A defensive stalemate to start this 144-pound match as they get pushed out of bounds. Still no score in either direction. Locked up. And they release. They lock up again. Each one with their right arm over the neck. And now repositioning for a second was Sure with that right arm, but now Salvin slips out. Tangled up tight. That right arm of Salvin was trying to go under the arm, but Sure kept him locked up on that side. Again, just trying to find that position, that leverage that they can turn into something. Salvin trying to pull him back, get him off balance, but Sure remaining steadfast. Still no points with about 15 seconds left here in the round as we got a whistle. Reset. Salvin from the squared stance there, flips over. Is he able to get on top? Who's going to get on top? It's going to be Schurer. Max Schurer puts Salvin onto the mat, but not quite a full takedown at first. Salvin almost able to turn it around into his own takedown, but it is a takedown for Schurer as he takes the 3-0 lead at the end of 1. And in a defensive match like this, every point is going to count, or every point's going to matter heavily. And now Salvin, after being taken down at the end of the round, will start in the down position here in round number 2. Schurer pulling him back down after Salvin tried to get back up. Trying to grip that left arm, but Salvin slips around almost the full escape, but Schurer regrips him as now Salvin spins around, and Salvin flipping him over, and Salvin with an impressive reversal that time. slippery, flexible movement to get out of Schurr's grip, and then quick to apply his own grip. Now on top of Schurr, the score 3-2, still in favor of Needham's Max Schurr, as he's got his arms splayed out. Salvin trying to flip him around. Oh, but Schurr trying to take advantage of that one as Schurr comes out with the reverse. Salvin trying to flip him over onto his back, and Schurr with a quick spin on top of Salvin to apply his own reversal. 5-2, now the lead. Sorry about that, folks. Accidentally pulled out my mic. Boy, isn't that fun. Now as they reset after, I think, going out of bounds. They seem to be back in the neutral. And no, as Salvin finds himself in the down position again, it was not quite a full escape, was almost there, but not quite, as he is crawling away. But it's Schurr reaching for that left arm, trying to get that pole position to try and flip him over onto his back, and I think he got it. He's got him in the near fall. And he's almost got the left shoulder down. He's got the top body weight on top of it. Salvin trying to stay alive for 7 more seconds and prevent the pin. Trying to be saved by the buzzer. He bridges. Theo Salvin with a miraculous pin prevention there, but it's going to be a 4-point near fall for Max Schurr as he will go up 9-2 in this 138 match. So still within the realm of a normal decision victory if the score were to remain the same. Let's see what happens here in the third round. Can Salvin turn this around? And after a number of face touches there, they're going to reset. They lock up this time. Salvin tried to reposition, but Schurr got underneath him and gets the 3-point takedown. And now he's got the near fall again. Salvin pushing up that left side. Schurr turning around to get that leverage, and now Salvin switching over to keeping his right shoulder up in a very tight position here. Desperately trying to get his right arm out of there as he switches to left shoulder up, I think. Oh, there's the pin. Salvin hung on as long as he could, but Schurr got that second opportunity to get one shoulder down and did not waste it. A pin victory for Max Schurr. 3 pins in the last 4 matches for Needham as they have cut Brookline's lead from 15 down to 1. Now a critical juncture in the match here in the 150-pound match. David Kim of Brookline against Umar Datsayev of Needham. Datsayev coming out aggressive to start. Quick hands from Kim. Kim tries to go low, tries to grab the legs, but a good splay out from Datsayev to give him nothing there. Quick floor slap fake from Kim. And again, a lot of head touches, and the ref's going to make him reset in the middle. Again, Kim fakes low. Now they lock up. And going low this time is Datsayev, and Datsayev will get the first points of the match, getting the takedown. He releases Kim for a quick escape as they go back to the neutral. Datsayev farming the takedowns here as he quickly gets another one. Kim able to roll over onto his stomach quick before Datsayev could apply the near fall, and again Datsayev lets him go. 6-2 here midway through the first round. Kim tries to go low, but again the quick splay out from Datsayev, and he swiftly turns around, grabs under the legs, almost had the near fall, but Kim manages to escape. It'll be 9-3. 3 takedowns for Umar Datsayev, 3 escapes for David Kim. Kim trying to sprawl, but Datsayev so swift on his turnaround maneuvers as he gets his 4th takedown of this 3rd round. He's now up 9. Staying on top of Kim this time. Lifts that left leg over the top. Stay on top of Kim. Kim down onto his stomach. Trying to maintain that defensive position. Datsayev trying to lock up that left arm for the turnaround. Trying to get a position to flip him over. And Kim manages to hold on till the end of the first round, but a dominant first round from Umar Datsayev as he takes a 12-3 lead. Folks, let me know if the audio sounds okay so far, as I did have that brief snafu in the middle of that last match. Kim going to get a point off the escape that time. 12-4. And they're going to be pushed outside the boundary and reset in the middle. Datsayev immediately goes low. Ends up grabbing around the waist. The sprawl from Kim prevents him from grabbing the legs, but Datsayev still looking for some leverage as he does get it. Reaches around the waist, gets him in the near fall. Kim desperately keeping that left shoulder up to prevent the pin. Trying to wrestle his left arm around the neck, but he's not getting it. Now he's going for the bridge. Desperately keeping himself up, and no, that's going to be another pin for Needham. Umar Datsayev puts Needham in the lead. As we move to the 157-pound match, Brookline co-captain Manny Tolkoff will try and get his team back into a good position as he goes up against Needham's Grayson Scrose. Quick lockup and release. Now they lock up. Scrose tries to go low. Tolkoff tries to match him. As they again release, Scrose fakes low, goes high, but nothing there. Tolkoff some quick maneuvering as still not a full takedown. No score as of yet. Tolkoff reaching for that right leg. Nothing there. Now reaching left. He's got a grip around the neck. Now they both seem to have a grip near the neck. They go back high. Scrose reaches for the left leg. He's got the left leg off the mat, trying to go for the one-leg takedown, but Tolkoff won't give it to him. As they were forced out of play, they'll reset in the middle. No score yet. Strong work from the left leg of Manny Tolkoff to prevent the single leg takedown there. Locked up, a quick grab of the right leg this time, and the first takedown of the match goes to Scrose. And again, out of bounds. They'll reset at the center of the mat. Tolkoff in the down position. Scrose on top of him. Scrose trying to go for the upper body flip, but not quite there. He's got a grip around that left side, trying to flip Tolkoff over onto his back. Tolkoff trying to flip those hips and use the strength of his legs, as he is just muscling Skros away from the turnaround. Skros going again for the flip, asserting his grip on that left arm, trying to reposition himself as Tolkov reverses. Tolkov has him. He might have the pin here. He's got the near fall. What a reversal by Tolkov. They give him 2 points. He didn't have him down long enough for the near fall, but Tolkov with an impressive reversal there to cut the lead down to 1. Just 5 seconds left in the round. Manny Tolkov with an impressive reversal. As Coach Brandon Brunamesso was asking for the near fall, was asking for some additional points for Tolkov. I thought it was a near fall as well, but I guess they said it wasn't long enough, not enough swipes. Tolkov will be starting in the down position to start this second round. Skros trying to grip that right arm, now gripping the waist, trying to go for the suplex. But Tolkov, again, just asserting that lower body strength to not allow him to move as he grips around the arms. And now Tolkov gets the reversal again. He's now got the lead at 4-3, staying on top of Skros. Tolkov trying to maneuver around. He's got his arm underneath Skros' left. Might be trying to see if he can find somewhere to flip him over. Now trying to get a position with that right arm. But he needs to be on top of that right arm if he wants to flip, as he's got under the left. Tolkov staying under both arms for the time being, and now he got a whistle for going out of bounds. Strong reversal play from Manny Tolkov, as now he'll start in the top position as they reset at the center of the mat. Tolkov quickly trying to make something happen there. Skros maintaining the strong defensive position. Tolkov wrenching his arm. Seems to be wrenching in both directions as he's trying to flip him over. Skros just barely holding on. Tolkov has both arms wrenched behind his back. Releases the left arm, staying on the right. As, boy, that must have been so painful for Skros there as they're going to reset. Give Skros credit as he stayed strong defensively on that one. Again, Tolkov quickly maneuvering to the ground. Skros keeping his legs on top of Skros's. Again, all starts with that lower body leverage for Tolkov, as he now wrenches that right arm again. Trying to reposition so he can flip him. Oh, he switches, trying to go the other way, but not there. Skros again valiantly maintaining his defense as time runs out on the second round. That early reversal from Manny Tolkov, the only points of that second round, 4-3. As this match in the 157-pound weight class is coming down to the wire. 1 point separates these two wrestlers going into the third and final round. All right, here we go. Tolkov starting from the top for this round. Again, puts his legs on top of Skros's. Now trying to go to work on those arms again. Skros managing to splay those arms out, but now Tolkov grabs around the neck. He's underneath the right arm, trying to set up the flip around. Not quite there. Tolkov has his leg over the left leg of Skros. trying to find the leverage here. And Tolkov lifts him up. Almost had him, but not quite there as Scroce able to flip back onto his stomach. Still a 1-point lead for Tolkov. He's still just trying to turn him onto his back. It just hasn't quite been there. Scroce trying to look for the reversal. Tolkov trying to turn him around for the near fall. Neither one getting what they want so far in the third round as we're midway through. Now Tolkov switching around, focusing on Scroce's top. Trying to flip over that right arm, but it's not there. Still trying to get it underneath that right shoulder of Scroce as he is asserting lifting up that left shoulder, going in the opposite direction. Tolkov appears to be trying to reposition himself. Gripping around that left side, going for the flip. Does he have the near fall? No, Scroce turns back around, but he's trying to wrench that arm. Oh, he's trying to rest the left arm across, but still not there, just seconds left. And 3, 2, 1. Oh, wait, did he get the pin? Wait a minute, I saw a hand hit the mat. Did Tolkov get the pin? Was it in time? Oh my goodness. This is going to be a huge decision from the officials here. Either it's a 1-point decision victory for Tolkov or it's a pin victory. They raise the arm for Tolkov there.
Next up, 165 pounds for Needham, Robert Mahar against Brookline's junior Xander Capoletti.
Did they call the pin or the decision? I'm not sure. I'm still not sure what that last one was. Either way, we move on to the 165 weight class match here. Just moving right along. Brookline's Xander Capoletti and Needham's Robert Mahar as Mahar gets the first 3 points off the takedown. Capoletti pushing himself up off the mat, trying to grip that left leg of Mahar. Oh, but Mahar gripping at Capoletti's left leg. Was trying to flip things over. Now he's gripping at the right leg. Got both arms on that right leg. Almost had Capoletti in the near fall, but good movement of the right side by Capoletti to prevent a near fall. Capoletti staying stomach down here, trying to reach out and grab the leg. That's been his main strategy here. As now Mahar grabbing the right leg, trying to turn him over. He's got it wrapped up, and oh, he flips him over. And this is very close to a pin. It's at least a near fall. Capoletti kicking desperately, trying to roll. And there is the pin. Mahar with the pin over Capoletti. Needham with 30 points. Brookline, I'm not sure, because I don't know if Tolkov got 6 or 3 points. Moving right along to the 175-pound match. Alexander Muravyov of Brookline against Ethan Silva of Needham. As they go out of bounds, Ale Muravyov had himself a good weekend with his first place finish in his weight class at the Glenn Doherty Memorial Tournament in Winchester. Now trying to give his team some much needed points. And now he goes low, quick 2-leg takedown, but out of bounds, no points. No lockup yet. Now one-arm lockup. Muravyov trying to keep one arm free to try and reach. Now going low was Silva, but Muravyov pushed him away quick. No score yet here in the 175-pound match. Now locking up high and releasing the right arm again. Now gripping under the arm, and what a takedown by Muravyov. He's got him in the near fall, trying to push down that right shoulder and get the pin. Oh, but Silva manages to flip his way over onto his stomach. But that's going to be a quick 7 points for Ale Muravyov off both the takedown and the 4-second near fall. 7-0 as Muravyov trying to find the leverage to flip Silva over onto his back. Holding his right arm behind him. Now re-gripping around the neck. Trying to reach under his waist here. Silva just crawling around as Muravyov tries to change of direction, but that's going to be the end of the first round. 7-0 Muravyov's lead. Start of the second round, they start in the neutral. Again, quick lockup and release, not really holding the lockup for long as Silva tries to go low. Muravyov pushes right down on top of him. The quick splay out of the legs to prevent Silva from getting anything as now Muravyov grabs the right leg, takes control, and earns himself 3 more points. A 10-0 lead now for Ale Muravyov. Muravyov now reaching under that left leg and under the neck. Now switches to underneath the left arm. Silva trying to reposition himself, trying for the escape. But Muravyov swiftly gets back on top of him to prevent the escape and continue his shutout against Silva here. Muravyov trying to wrench that right arm behind him. Now trying to put his head underneath his waist here, trying to flip him over. Gripping around the neck and that leg. Silva got the arms loose, but Muravyov going for the flip over again. Not quite the near pin. Silva grabbing at the legs, trying to push him away, and just barely prevented the near fall there. Muravyov again wrenching that right arm, going for that same grip, trying to flip him over, and he's got him now. Muravyov holding him, near fall. Silva just trying to wrench around, but it will be a pin at the end of the second round, a buzzer beater pin for Ale Muravyov. Dominant round in the 175 class from Ale Muravyov. And now we move to the 190-pound class. Trey Lara for Brookline, Eli McHugh for Needham. Some wild lockups and some wild leg splayouts from Lara to keep himself away from the grip of McHugh, and he gets on top of him with some swift maneuvering for the takedown to get the first points of the match. 3-0 in favor of Lara. Lara reaching under the arms, trying to find something as they're going to reset in the middle. Reaching low is Lara. Lara trying to assert himself here. Reaching under that right leg, almost managed to flip him over into a near fall, but no dice, as again they're going to reset in the middle. Still a 3-0 advantage for Trey Lara here in the 190-pound class. Quickly trying for the flip over, but McHugh stays on his stomach. Lara staying on top of him. McHugh looking for the escape, but Lara swift as he stays on top of him. Now trying to flip him over. He's got him in the near, or did he have him in the near fall? Had him for a second, but needed at least 2 to get any points. Lara staying on top. Trying to get McHugh's arm away from his leg, and he does. Arms around the neck. Lara losing his grip here. McHugh forces them out of bounds as we've got a scoreboard malfunction. The scoreboard just went out. Fun times at Schlentz Gym here. Hey, Alan, did they give Manny the pin or the decision? Okay. I know Needham doesn't have 36. Pretty sure they've only got 30. Anyway, back to the action. All right, back to the action we go. After they fix the scoreboard there, got to make sure we know how much time is left and what the score is. As Lara staying on top of McHugh, aggressively moving those legs to try and escape. A grip of the right arm by Lara. As McHugh trying to grab that left leg, but can't get enough of a grip. Lara gets under the right leg. Almost pushed him onto his back. Now reasserts his weight there as he got on top of one shoulder, but did he get enough seconds for the near fall? He got a 2-second near fall, and he will take a 5-0 lead at the end of one. Needham is either up 30-28 or Brookline is up 31-30. I'm going to guess for now that it's 30-28 and that they gave Tolkoff the decision. For now, Lara pushing. They're going to head towards out-of-bounds territory, and they're going to have to reset. Lara from the top position, trying to get his body around on that left side and trying to flip over McHugh. McHugh reaching that right arm around, trying to grip onto something to prevent Lara's leverage. Now Lara trying to go in the opposite direction here. McHugh's got a grip on the left leg, and that's going to be a reversal for McHugh as he gets on the board. 5-2 now the score. McHugh reaching under that right leg and under that left arm, trying to go for the flip, but Lara not letting him on the first attempt, but now on the second attempt, he's going to flip him over. He's got at least the near pin. Lara rocking back and forth, trying to prevent the full pin. Very close here. It's going to be at least 4 points for McHugh. Lara successfully flips over onto his stomach to prevent the full pin, but it's going to be a near fall of 4 points, as this does reverse the lead in the match score. 6-5 now in favor of McHugh. A valiant effort from Lara as he switched from one shoulder to the other and then was able to just turn over enough. Lara from the bottom now. McHugh staying on top of him, trying to get under that right arm and flip him over. Lara now switching shoulders, but the whole body weight's on top of that left shoulder. That's going to be a tough escape. And there's the pin. Eli McHugh with a huge second round turnaround as he gets the pin on Lara and further pushes up Needham's lead. 36-28 with just 2 weight classes left to compete. As we move into the 215-pound class, it'll be Brookline's Serhii Prokopenko against Needham's Colin Mancino. They lock up high. We're in the heavier weight classes now. We'll see how these two assert their size and strength on one another. Trying to go low is Mancino, but what a flip by Prokopenko as they give no points either way. Prokopenko finished 5th in his weight class in the Glenn Doherty tournament. Now trying to get his team back in this meet here. Trailing Needham, I believe, by 8. Again going low, and this time it'll be a full takedown for Colin Mancino as he gets the first points of this 2:15 match. Now trying to reach underneath, but Prokopenko maneuvering, getting his arm under both legs, and reverses. The reversal from Serhii Prokopenko as they are forced out of bounds. You could see what Mancino was planning, trying to get under that left side there, but Prokopenko able to swiftly move his legs out to a different position and then grab from a more, straight ahead position, grab under the legs of Mancino and reverse that. 3-2, Mancino leads as it looks like they're back to a neutral. Oh, but not quite. Prokopenko almost had the near fall there, but no points just yet as Prokopenko trying to assert himself again. He's got 2. I think that's going to be a 2-second near fall as he flips him over, and a whistle. Oh, it looks like I think we got a violation called here. Yeah, they called an illegal hold, I think. And so that's going to be a 1-point penalty against Brookline. A 4-2 lead now for Mancino as the Prokopenko didn't get the near fall. Might have it this time. Oh, but Mancino slips out. Now trying to assert himself. And it's going to be a reversal for Mancino as he goes up 6-2. Mancino swiftly maneuvering around, but Prokopenko stands right up. And now he's trying to get the reversal. Mancino trying to keep that arm locked up. They're going to give the 2-point reversal. And, oh, did he get the near fall? The buzzer sounded, and he did get the 2-point near fall. A huge turnabout from Serhii Prokopenko. 4 quick points in the closing seconds of that first round. Or, no, they took 2 points back? The scoreboard had it at 6-6, but then pushed Prokopenko's score back to 4. I thought he had tied it up with the reversal and the near fall. I saw the official put up 2 fingers. And yeah, now it's been corrected. It is 6-6. So Prokopenko with the reversal and the 2-second near fall, erasing his 4-point deficit in the match score. Knotting us up at 6 apiece. Locked up high, and they release. And now Prokopenko tries to attack low. It's not there. Switches to high. Stands himself back up. Trying to get under the arms of Mancino. And he does. Takedown there. He's got the near fall. 2, 3, 4 max points. Now he's just trying to get that left shoulder down. Prokopenko pushing for the pin. Will he get it? Mancino desperately pushing with that left leg. Trying to flip himself back over. Prokopenko keeping his upper body. Pushing on that shoulder, and he gets it! A huge pin from Serhii Prokopenko. And folks, would you believe that this dual meet between Brookline and Needham will in fact come down to the final match? The score we've got for now is Needham 36, Brookline 34. If Tolkov got the pin, it would be 37-36, but it doesn't really matter. Whoever wins this match wins the meet. As we got a quick takedown here for Needham by Daniel Burden, fighting against Brookline's Q Miller here in the 285-pound class. The heavyweight match to decide the dual meet. We got a quick near pin, but oh! Not enough seconds for any points. It's a quick slip back onto the stomach by Miller, and they're going to reset in the middle. Miller against Burden, here to decide the result of this dual meet. Burden staying on top of him. Trying to move that right arm, but not enough there. Trying to get something. Miller keeping it defensively, but oh, Burden's got to reach around the neck, but oh, Miller is able to get back. But now Burden reaching around the left arm, turns him around onto the near pin. Miller rocking back and forth, holding that left shoulder up, desperately pushing. Now he switches the other direction. Oh, there's the pin, and that will do it. Needham gets the last win of this meet. And that will do it for this dual meet between Brookline and Needham. The Needham Rockets, off the back of 7 pin victories, get the win over Brookline. The final score, I believe, is Needham 42, Brookline 34. And again, whether Tolkov got the decision or the pin, doesn't matter. It's either 42-34 or 42-37. I'll double check that with the coaches later. Oh, it was 37. Okay, the PA announcer confirming that Tolkov did actually get the pin. But like I said, whether it was a pin or a decision, it was all going to come down to that last match, because even if Burden had won by a normal decision, it still would have been enough for the win, as that match was just so close between these two teams. So Brookline will fall to 1-1 on the season. Needham will improve to 2-0. Summing up the results of the match, the results of this dual meet, rather. In the 106-pound class match, Brookline's Alyssa Sukarenko won via forfeit. In the 113-pound class, Brookline's Robbie Richards got the pin victory over Nathaniel List. In the 120-pound class, Armani Osorio got the normal decision win, 21-15 over Ron Ozeri, as Brookline jumped out to a 15-0 lead to start. But for Needham, it all started with the 126-pound class, as Beisangis Imakayev got the Rockets their first points with a pin victory over Sid Samuels. Brookline answered back in the 132-pound class, as Liam Christ got the 12-2 major decision victory over Nathan Taub. But then in it was 3 straight pin victories for Needham. Andrew Lemus Mesa pinning Nate Aguirre in the 138-pound class. Max Schurer pinning Theo Selvin in the 144-pound class. And Umar Datsayev pinning David Kim in the 150-pound class. Manny Tolkov managed to get an answer back for Brookline with a last-second pin victory in what was almost a normal decision win at 4-3. Just barely managed to get that pin at the buzzer. In the 165-pound class, though, Needham's Robert Mahar answered back with a pin of Xander Capoletti. And they were just trading pin victories back and forth through those last several matches. In the 175-pound class, it was Brookline's Ale Muravyov pinning Ethan Silva for the win. In the 190 class, it was Needham's Eli McHugh pinning Trey Lara for the win. In the 215-pound class, it was Serhii Prokopenko pinning Colin Mancino. And then closing it out, Needham's Daniel Burden getting the win with a pin over Q Miller in the 285-pound class. Well, that's going to do it for this one. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. Remember, folks, if you ended up enjoying this live stream, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. I got a few more wrestling meets on the docket for this winter season, and I'm looking forward to more. Had a lot of fun with this one. Hope you guys had fun, too. If there's anything you'd like to say after the live stream is concluded, you can say it in the comment section down below. You can also go down below to the description section of this video, where you can see a link and phone number for our local charity spotlight for today, the Brookline Food Pantry. The Brookline Food Pantry provides groceries to Brookline residents in need of food assistance. The pantry has been serving about 700 Brookline households each week from their 3 pantry locations, as well as serving hundreds of students in the public schools of Brookline through in-school food meal programs, as well as take-home food programs for the weekend, as well as delivery programs for over 100 Brookline residents that physically cannot get to the pantry locations, among the elderly and sick and handicapped and all of that. They do so much to help the community, and they are always looking for more people willing to lend a hand, whether that be through monetary donations, direct food donations, or volunteers in the pantry. Food donations can be made at United Parish at 210 Harvard Street in Coolidge Corner on Wednesdays and Fridays from 9:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Monetary donations can be made online at the Food Pantry's website, brooklinefoodpantry.org. Go online or call 617-800-5339 for more information about how you can volunteer with the pantry and help feed your community. Once again, that's brooklinefoodpantry.org or call 617-800-5339. And again, all that information in the description section down below. Also in the description section, you can find some links related to me. My personal website, jessesports.com, where you can find out more about me, the freelance sports broadcasting services that I provide to various teams, and how you can commission those services for your favorite team. Or if you want to skip past all that, you can email me directly with any questions, requests, or comments that you may have. I'll be posting highlights from this dual meet on my YouTube channel here on this channel later tonight. I'll also be posting them on my social media accounts on Instagram and Facebook, and you can see the links to my Instagram and Facebook down in the description section down below, as well as in the bottom right corner of your screen. But that's going to do it. Needham 42, Brookline 37 from Schlentz Gym in Brookline, Massachusetts. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. Thank you all for watching, and have a good night.